So Disney and Hollywood have been making absolute fools of themselves, and it is hilarious to watch as they try to spin the Oscars, calling the Oscars, quote, the strongest primetime telecast of the year. That's right, you heard that. Strongest primetime telecast of the year. Back in reality, though, the Oscars, it did take home 2 distinguished prizes. It became the least watched and the lowest rated Oscars. Wow, that's something to brag about, right? When I say lowest ratings, too, we're not talking about single-digit drop-offs. Oh, no, that would be welcome these days. We're talking about over half plus of your audience dropping out, with 58% of the audience from 2020 saying, yeah, no thanks, you can keep that show. It's reality meet Hollywood, bam, right in the kisser. Now, you and I, we're going to talk about this a little bit more in detail, but when you're thinking about these numbers here, think about it in terms like this. In 2014, we saw the Academy Awards touting 43.74 million viewers. This year, when all the numbers came in, you just barely broke 10 million. That's not a downward slope, that's a death spiral. So hey, let's you and I get out here, let's laugh and let's laugh and let's laugh. Fun times, huh? Fun times. Oh, man, Hollywood. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. And if you would, before we get into this, share this video far and wide, because everybody does indeed need a laugh track. Feed that pesky algorithms. It loves comments and it loves likes. And also, if you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you aren't subscribed, well, again, no peer pressure, but shiny button. You know you want to push it. Now, as far as articles related to this subject go, there are plenty, and I do mean plenty of them. But you see the picture and you see the headline in front of you? Yeah, this one, it happens to be my favorite. Why? Because this is brutally honest. It points the finger where it should be pointed. It doesn't blame the beer bug. It doesn't blame the consumer. It blames Hollywood. Oscar ratings have hit a historic low because less people care. And if you look at that picture there, it takes away the less. It replaces it with the no. You know why? Because nobody cares. Nobody at all. Now, as far as that idea that no one cares, if you really want a taste of it, you don't just look at what the audiences are saying, because more and more audiences are saying absolutely nothing. You look at what the media is saying about this and what they're telling you unabashedly. They're mocking Disney, they're mocking Hollywood, they're mocking the Academy Awards, but they're also telling you that audiences, hey, they don't care about them, so they're tuning out. That's literally what it says here. The Academy Awards grew over time into a must-see television event, but as the television event hit all-time lows this year, a few questions loom. Mainly, who had the best red carpet look? Haha, just kidding. We're here to look about this drop-off in viewership and what it might say about the general state of the relationship between the film industry and itself. Because one thing the Academy Awards has less and less to do with is audiences. Like they say here, it doesn't have a lot to do with audiences. Pretty much it's talking about itself, the film industry, and really the Academy here. Yeah, there's your problem too. They forgot what this stuff is supposed to be about. Now, as far as those Nielsen ratings, as far as preliminary numbers are concerned, I like this post here because it really drives home what we're seeing. We all expected Oscar ratings to be low, but just how low they are is jaw-dropping. Fewer than 10 million viewers. The previous all-time low in viewership from an Oscar show was 23.6 million. This year was only 9.85 million viewers. Now, after a couple of days, you have adjusted figures come in, and it's funny because ABC, which is a Disney-owned company, they were actually celebrating the numbers because, hey, look, Ma, they actually broke 10 million. They came in at 10.4 million viewers. Like that was something to write home about. If you look at these numbers here, too, I mean, this tells you just how bad things have been going. If you look back to, say, 2015, you can see these numbers here, they don't dip below 36 million, and they're trying to hover around 40. Here you start having problems. They start dropping lower in the 30s. Here, well, you're starting to notice some problems. 2018, you have a little bit of an upswing in 2019. 2020, though, you see that starting to bottom out. 2021, the year of the beer bug, when there are more people at home than any time, those things, they just bottom out. I mean, everything fell apart. Now, to put all of that into perspective, here we have a lovely, lovely graph. And I mean, think about this in terms of an airplane. 2010, hey, you're flying along. You hit a little bit of turbulence, but everything, it's going good. Then you hit about 2014. And after that, oh man, it feels like the engine is stalling out. Oh no, there's something wrong. Hey, we're starting to bank up. Maybe we're going to make it. Nope. It's over. It is over. Bam, there's the ground. Now, if you really want to get down to why this is transpiring, well, you can see it in graphs like this. It's ego and narcissism on the Hollywood part on the side of a Disney. Disney, by the way, they set up the stage here. They decide who wins. Essentially, they own ABC. And of course, all of the actors involved too. If you look at these movies here, for example, from 2001 to 2004, you have audience participation. You have Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. You have Gladiator, A Beautiful Mind, Chicago. These are your best pictures. Audiences, they were turning out for them. Everyone knew what they were. Now, granted, over the last couple of years, we've had the beer bug hit, but at the same time, when you look at these movies, does anyone really know what these movies are? Parasite. I mean, how many people actually knew what that movie was? Nomadland. How many people tuned in and said, yeah, that's a movie that I want to see? Well, apparently Hollywood said that you should, and that's the end-all be-all. Now, granted, this has never really been about audience connection. Quote, how can audiences hope to feel connected? They can't, because they're not. The Oscars are the industry's way of telling you what to watch, what to like, what is good. It's essentially another marketing platform, and the money spent on it reflects that. The real factor making things much, much worse over the last couple of years, though, it's been the actors themselves. Their pomp, their ego, their narcissism. Basically, they take the stage, they talk about winning awards, and they act like they, in their real lives, did something. Not their portrayal of something on the screen. That mattered. No, they themselves matter. Their ideas matter. They are above the mob. That's the problem with these folks. They think that they're your betters. They let you know that in no uncertain terms. They like to tell you things like inclusion. Oh, we're going to include everyone while excluding the audience. They are basically the elite. They act like the elite. And you know what? That has turned people off in ways that I never thought possible. Now, of course, Hollywood, the Disneys, they try to spin all of this stuff, but trying to wish it away, trying to blame the audience for that, yeah, it's not going to help. It's not going to help at all. You can see it. It's spelled out in black and white, or really, black, white, and yellow here, and it shows you in no uncertain terms. You've had problems over the years, but the last 2 years, that behavior, that's pretty much washed everything away. Congratulations, Disney. Congratulations, Hollywood. It's something that no one else could have done but you. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. You want to help the channel out? There are links in the description. We can always use your help too, so check those out. But you being here, that matters. I can't say that enough. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to end here again with a thank you, and we will see you soon.